สวัสดีค่ะกรุณาเช็คอุณหภูมิด้วยนะคะแล้วก็ล้างมือด้วยเจลขอบคุณค่ะ Oh please check the temperature
Okay
and
welcome to 7-Eleven
and wash your hand
Coming up in this video, you'll see how we're getting along with building the new 7-Eleven in our garden. Before we continue with the build, I'd like to show this restaurant. I mentioned it in the last video, right on the banks of the Mekong River, and it was our friends David and Oat who showed us the place. The restaurant is called Udon Thani, and it's situated just a few kilometres east of the Friendship Bridge, right on the banks of the Mekong River. Okay, Pookie, tell everyone what we've got here. What's David ordered here?
ไก่ผัดเม็ดมะม่วง
She looks confused.
So David can tell you what
Chicken and cashew nuts.
Chicken and cashew nuts. His wife Oat, what have you ordered?
สุกี้ไก่
Sweet guy.
สุกิยากิ
Suki.
Or suki
Suki guy.
guy. Chicken guy, yeah.
Japanese dish something like
These little wraps are beautiful. Look at them, they're works of art. Absolutely stunning. Do I need to tell you what Pook's ordered?
as usual
What is it, Pookie?
ผัดกะเพรา
Pad kapow. She says it like, oh no, pad kapow. Tell us about you. What's your drink? Looks lovely.
butterfly pea lemon soda
Nice. This is a mixed vegetable stir fry and stir fried rice with chicken.
ที่ดื่มเลยนะ
It's one of those wraps. I've already started on
and
it.
this look he also got
Oh, these are, what are they?
honey lemon soda
Honey lemon soda. They're good as well.
what you have
I've got pineapple,
สับปะรดปั่น
saparot
ปั่น
bun. Saparot bun. And that's like crushed ice with pineapple in it.
Lovely, Oak.
Gorgeous.
and look at the view
And look at the view. We've got the Mekong River there beside us, running very fast from left to right at the moment. You see the little fishing boats in a minute going by. Bon appetit, everyone. Enjoy your meal. We just finished our meal in the restaurant there. Absolutely fabulous. Food was really good. Really enjoyed it. And now, just come across the road. This is a resort that belongs to the same people. There's the name of it. I'll find out about their Facebook link and I'll put that up. And I thought I'd show you this because I think this is amazing. This building here, that house there, you can actually rent that. So just imagine if there's a group of you who want to have a weekend away or a week away or something like that. You can actually rent the whole of that house. No good if there's just the two of you, but if there's a group of you, big place there, I don't know, it must be at least 4 bedrooms. Then you've got that lovely roof, that balcony area right the way round. Barbecue there, dining area, lovely gardens as well, and you can rent the whole lot. So yeah, if anyone's looking for a short break, a group of people, that's a good idea there. But also, I mean, if you want to come up here just as a couple, you don't have to rent that. They've got smaller rooms up here, Dave was telling me. Just have a quick walk in here and have a look. There are, there's some details there. if you want to find out more. Like I say, I'll find out about their Facebook group and I'll put a link down in the description. Hello.
Hello.
And then you've got smaller places out the back here
This is a
that you can rent out right away. Go right the way down there through the gardens, and you can rent the smaller rooms if there's just a couple. Real nice place though.
Oh, okay.
That's beautiful, isn't it? Look at the colour.
Yeah.
Very deep purple.
Yeah.
Once we left the restaurant and we're heading for home, we stopped off at this other place, this lake here, with a walkway going out onto the lake itself. And I can't for the life of me remember where it was or what it was called. So I'll ask Dave about that and I'll put a link down in the description. Anything? 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 There's some green stuff up the end there.
No fish at all.
Well, that was your first attempt.
No.
Maybe you should... Oh, people stay out here all day trying to get their dinner.
Nothing.
That's it, she's had enough already.
Can't believe this.
One attempt and you've had enough.
Shall I put them back?
I think you should, yeah.
No crocodile.
So that was the end of the day for us. We headed off home from here, and thanks to Dave and Oak for a really nice day out. Okay, let's get over to the building project and see how that's getting along. I was just sitting in the office doing some work and heard a noise, an unusual noise outside, and I glanced outside and saw Pook's nephews dragging away one of the banana plants, one of the banana trees that were in the garden. So I just come down to see what's going on. What it is, we're going to have the base for the one of the outbuildings where we're going to have the watershed over there. We're having the base put down, so these banana trees need to come down and out the way. So Pook's dad's here, doing what he does best. He's going to take those banana trees down. I don't know if you call them trees or plants because they're actually herbs, bananas. So you're going to take them down. He's going to take that little tin hut down, and then we're going to prepare this land here ready for the base, for the for where we're going to put the water tanks and the water pump. It's going to be the watershed, and also we'll have a water filter there, reverse osmosis water filter to give us fresh water to drink. So that's in this area here, and then behind that I'm having another outbuilding for some other bits and pieces I've got going on. And then this side down here we're going to have the washing area. So this is going to be like a laundry area here where we're going to have the washing machine and racks for drying things, and that's going to be semi-open, similar to the kitchen. Two sides are going to be enclosed, two sides are going to be open, so we've got a nice bit of fresh air there for when we're drying clothes. So we just had the guys turn up with the bricks for the new outbuildings that we're having built, and already they've been here excuse me, they've been here just one day. This is their second day working, and already you can see the footprint of the outbuildings all laid out, levelled off, the sand base is down. I'll go down there and I'll show you close up. So here you can see they've got the formwork in, the shuttering ready for the cement pour. Concrete pour, cement pour. What is it, concrete or cement? You can tell I'm not a builder. Anyway, they've got it all levelled off. They've put this wire frame in. There's more steel to go on top of this. Joe's been telling me. What they've done, they've laid that down, pinned it to hold it in place, and now they're lifting it up slightly with these bricks, so the cement goes right the way around this steelwork. So this steelwork will be encased in cement, and that way it won't corrode, or it shouldn't corrode. So coming down here, this is the washing machine area. This is the wall that will border that, and in this corner that's going to be the washing machine. The sink's going to go there, and drying area for drying clothes. This area here is going to be for water pumps, two water tanks and one water pump. And this is where the wall's going to be for that. And this is just going to be like a bit like a workshop for me, really. It's going to be made with thicker walls to keep it nice and cool. There's going to be airflow going through here with an extractor fan. Possibly won't need air conditioning in here, but we'll see how it goes. The thing is, if it does need air conditioning, if I'm doing anything in here, it's mainly going to be for my computer work. I'm going to put a server in here, some other bits and pieces, and just work from here. So yeah, if it turns out it's too warm in there with this extractor, then I shall have the wiring in place ready to put the air conditioning in if I need it. So they've put the steel work down. They've got this thin gauge steel. I mean, bear in mind this isn't holding any kind of major weight or anything like that. It's just going to be a few little thin walls around it. And you know, it's going to have the water tank sitting in here. Down there is going to be the washing machine. There's no weight really going on this at all. But they've put this steel here, and they've also put this significantly thicker steel going across. So they've got these cross sections of steel just to join it all together. And also, I'll film it later on, but he said that they're going to be they haven't put down like the really deep footings. They don't need it on it's like building a garden shed. But around here he's going to put some more steel work, this thick steel I think it is, to give it more strength around the edge, which is where the bricks are going to be laid. And you can see it, so you've got that formwork is marking out that building, that part of the building now. This yellow string is going to be, let me think, a wall going that way, and a wall, I forgot where I was for a minute there. Yeah, this is the pump room, so we're going to have a wall down here, along here, and down there. Leave the back open for air circulation, but it's all going to be undercover, so it will keep the tanks cool. And that way we can still get the cold showers at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Nothing worse than going to have a cold shower and you find that the water's hotter than what it is when you put the hot water on, which is what you usually get in Thailand if the tanks are out in the open. So yeah, that's that. This area here was going to be open on the front here. Oh sorry, from here where that yellow string is, that's going to be a wall coming down here 1 metre, and then over there in that corner, that's like the washing machine, sink area. But this is all going to be open because this is going to be an undercover drying area, so if it's raining, rainy season, doesn't matter, we can still hang clothes out to dry. And then there'll be probably a little path going off there to the path that comes around the house. You know, the hardest thing I think about building a house is when you're doing these final details and trying to tie everything in together. You know, thinking that you're going to have that path going around the side here, the height of that, where that comes off and onto these outbuildings. It's just tying those loose ends up. For me, it becomes a little bit, maybe I'm a bit stupid, but and yeah, I can see the comments coming in already on that remark. But yeah, tying those loose ends together and making sure that from this, the finished product all works with what we've already got over there. It's having a bit of foresight, I suppose, a vision of the future. So yeah, we've got the pipes here ready for the tanks and the water going in from the pump, not from the pump, the water coming in from the main supply, from the government supply, and then from the pump out to the house. Electric supplies here. That's ready for the water pump and the main consumer unit that's going to be on this wall here, and that's going to provide electricity for everything in the ceiling. We're going to run the ceilings up, the cables up to the ceiling, and then have the electric running down the walls from those cables running through the ceiling. So that's how far they've got. It looks like, I'm pretty sure they're going to be, well, it depends on the weather, I suppose, but I think they'll be ordering the CPAC today, the cement lorry, the ready mix lorry round to pour this floor. And then this morning, me and Pook's dad, we've been doing a bit around here, and the reason being, I could have left it to the builders, but I don't know. I just wanted to make sure that there was no mistakes made here or no accidents, which can easily happen. So this here, we've got to be careful. Obviously we don't want to fracture this pipe, especially up that way there. Fracture it under there, it's a big problem. So it's like an archaeological dig, just gradually loosening all this stuff off here. And then that loosens the, oh look, you can see that there, that's starting to move now. So doing it a little piece at a time like this. And then what we're going to do is clear this pipe here so we can connect a new pipe with an elbow here, and then that will go off towards where the new watershed is. So Pook's dad's doing all the manual smashing and dragging stuff out the way, and I'm just chipping away here like a wuss, doing the delicate work. Beautiful. That's what we want. I have to keep stopping. He keeps going. It doesn't stop. Good two-man team though. We work well together.
Good job.
Hour and a half, but I just wanted to do that myself just to make sure. And the pump's still live at the moment, so I've not damaged any pipe work. But I could see, you know, chipping away at this, it was easy to hit it with the hammer or the chisel. If that fractured underneath there, that could have caused big problems. So yeah, we've got that ready for them. And that's it. Clean this up a little bit, ready for the pipes to be run. Put some sand down and run the pipes. There's the lady of the house. What are you doing, Pookie? What are you doing? Tidying up your lilies. Orchids. Shows what I know, doesn't it, eh? Let's have a look at your orchids. We went out with Dave and Oak the other day, and we called into a garden centre, and Pook bought some bits and pieces. These she bought from round the corner the other day, didn't you?
25 baht.
25 baht.
Flower coming out.
Let's see the flowers.
How many?
Oh, they look nice. So you can see, just out of an old tree stump, they they hang all of these around, and it looks like it's actually growing out of that tree stump. It really is quite attractive.
A lot more soon.
And it looks like this tree stump might... Will this tree stump start to grow a little bit more?
No, that's orchid.
Oh, what's that in there?
Lizards.
Little lizard. Sorry, disturbing you, mate.
Your lunch.
We're going for a barbecue over Chris's house over the weekend, and the people that are going are mentioning what they're bringing and everything else. Pook said she's going to catch some lizards and bring them for barbecuing. I've just been speaking to Joey. I was a little confused about these pipes. So we've got two here for electrics. This one here is going to be the water in from the government meter, from the government water supply, which goes into the tanks. The tanks will come into the water pump. This will go out of the water pump down to feed the house. So we've got this thick bore pipe to give us plenty of water flow, and we're going to be using, rather than using elbows, we're using these connectors here, which give it a better flow. It's not going to make a massive difference, but every little helps. Rather than the water coming down and round an elbow, this helps the water flow a bit better, and we're going to use these throughout, right the way down and round to the house, just to help the water flow a bit better. And then these two little pipes, I was confused about these. At one point I thought, no, I thought he was going to use these to feed the house, but no, these are spare. He's putting spare pipes in. They're going to have valves on them, so we can just leave them switched off. And that is purely if we want to add, I don't know, a sprinkler system for the garden, or if we decide that we're going to continue with our plans, bring that pipe across the garden and set up a little guest house over in the corner there. That's something we're thinking about later on, but not just yet. But at least everything's there ready. We can tap straight into those pipes, and the water's there, the water supply's there. So great forward thinking, and yeah, it gives us plenty of options for the future as well. These dividers here, obviously, with a slab this size, you wouldn't do it in one piece because there's a chance of movement and it cracking. So splitting it into the 3 rooms with these dividers will help prevent that cracking, that movement. Or if there will be movement, and it will just help prevent the cracking. But also, we're having 3 different levels because the garden's got a very slight slope to it. So that one down there will be at a level. This room here will be 2 centimetres higher. This room here will be 2 centimetres higher. So from there to there, we've got a 4 centimetre climb in floor levels.
Ham ít quá.
Thịt cái này không?
Này nó. Cam ít chạy.
Time for an update on the outbuildings and how they've been getting on. They've been doing incredibly well. We're into the 3rd day of the actual build. First day they did the groundwork, laid the pipes down ready for the water tanks, and put the shuttering up, the formwork ready for the concrete base. Second day, and also they put down the steel work for the concrete base. Second day they were finishing off the steel when the ready mix lorry turned up, poured the concrete floor. That was the second day. Yesterday had the day off because it was raining pretty hard most of the day, and then today they're back, and look at this, all the steel work's up ready for the cross beams, and they've started the brickwork. So this front area is going to be left open. Side area there is going to be left open. That back wall is going to be brickwork, and then this 1 metre area here is going to be brickwork, similar to what we got in the kitchen, like the mirror image of what we got in the kitchen, just to give a bit of shade and shield here, because that's where the washing machine's going over in that area. So it'll shield that a bit anyway. But yeah, that back wall is going to be brickwork. This here is going to be bricked off completely, this wall. Well, there will be a wall there. And then to get into the watershed, you'll come round the side here, and this is where the 2 water tanks are going. Pipes are already in place, 2 spare pipes if we want to run water anywhere else in the garden, or to we're planning some more outbuildings over the side there. Electrics, the conduit's in place, and then down the end here, this is going to be the doorway into this end shed. But the thing is, I want to really, it's going to be an 80 centimetre door. I'm going to speak to Joey, the guy who runs the company. I'm going to see if they can bring these bricks off here. It's thick enough, I think, to fix the door frame here and just bring the door over a little bit more. Two reasons. One is the door's going to open this way and there's going to be a water tank here. I don't want that door restricted at all. Just makes it easier, I think, to get in and out if you're carrying anything big in there as well. Another beautiful sunrise coming up over Udon Thani, another day into the build, and the guys are really cracking on with this work. One time when a tropical rainstorm is more than welcome for me is if you're having building work done and they've just put the roof on. Now, even though the walls are not complete, and of course we've got rain coming in on the sides here, obviously, the roof itself, it gives you a good chance to have a look at everything and make sure that there's no water coming through where any of those fixing screws are or any of the joints. And I've just been checking this out, and it all looks absolutely fine. And it's really, really throwing it down at the moment. Anyway, I've probably got neighbours looking at me as if I'm mad, so I'm going to go in. Pookie, what you got?
Huh?
What you got for me?
Cake and coffee.
Look at this, look. What time is it, roughly? 7 o'clock in the evening, look. And I'll get called down for this.
But I'm not give you every day though.
I shouldn't think so.
No.
You're just finishing for the day, tidying up the last time, yeah?
Last lot.
And then we can relax.
Yeah.
I'm not doing any more work now.
Good.
I've still got some things that I should do, but I just can't. I feel too tired now.
Have some cake and then have a shower and then I give you a massage.
There you go. See? How about that? Does it get any better than that? She calls me down for cake and coffee, and then she tells me, go and have a shower and I'll give you a massage. You see why I wake up every morning with a feeling of gratitude?
สวัสดีค่ะกรุณาเช็คอุณหภูมิด้วยนะคะแล้วก็ล้างมือด้วยเจลขอบคุณค่ะ Oh please check the temperature
Okay.
and
Welcome to 7-Eleven.
and wash your hand with the gel, okay, or alcohol.
Why the 7-Eleven reference, you might be wondering. Well, we had someone passing by just the other day and they looked in the garden and saw this and they asked us, in all seriousness, are you building a small 7-Eleven in your garden? And I can sort of understand that. I can sort of see that. The construction looks very similar and it's a reasonable size building. It's coming along nicely. Oh, the builders have just turned up, Pookie.
Yeah.
Swaddy Cub. So the builders have just arrived this morning and it's coming along really nicely. They pretty much complete the roof. We got the sink yesterday, that's going to go against that wall over there, We bought the second water tank yesterday, identical to the other one we got. And they can both be out in this area here. So 4 o'clock in the afternoon, when we've got 40-degree temperatures, we're going to have nice cool water stored out here so you can get that nice cool shower. Because one of the big problems here in Thailand, the temperature gets so hot. A lot of the time people have these tanks outside, don't they, Pookie?
Yeah.
And they get hot.
And then evening time you get like,
Yeah.
you get warm water.
You want to have a cold shower and it's just
It's
warm,
okay.
hot water coming
It's
out.
okay for a Thai winter. They
Yeah.
don't need to use water heat.
No water heater, yeah,
Yeah.
that's more than enough. But no, so that's why we wanted the tanks out here, so they're in the shade, it's going to be nice and cool.
So
And-
again, a lot of people say, why don't you get the tank, water tank? It look beautiful. And then I say, well, you know, you're gonna put in here. You don't
No
need
one
that
will see
fancy
it.
stuff.
No, that's right, it's more functional. More. I can understand if you've got one of those big water tanks sitting right beside your house by the, you know, by the door or something, and it can be seen, then maybe get one of those nice looking
Nice
ones.
round
Yeah, or the ones with the like the gravel look. But no, these are fine, absolutely fine. They're going to be here out of sight, in the shade, giving us nice cool water and storing more than enough. Water pumps going down there. And then the power is going to come in through those pipes, those pieces of conduit, those black tubes down there, coming up here onto the consumer unit here. And then there's my little project room down the end there. My little workshop. So that's where we are. And I think they're doing a great job. They've done this really, really quickly, good quality. Everything looks good. I'll leave it there for now. Be back soon with another video. Please remember to hit subscribe, and if you hit the little bell you get the notifications as and when new videos come out. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.